Why must we struggle as Nigerians for everything? You will struggle to go to school. You will struggle to get a job. You will struggle to vote. And when you vote for the right person, they will not pick the right person. They will pick the person that will favor them. And at the end of the day, they will all be complaining that Nigeria is hard. Nigeria is hard. Why can't we do the right thing? Why are things difficult in Nigeria? If you Oh my God. Yesterday was my first time experiencing the election in Ghana. Yes. And I must tell you that there are some things I found out from my own personal observation as a Nigerian living in Ghana. Those things are so shocking. And I'm going to tell you guys all about it in this video. But before that, if this is your first time of seeing this face, please don't make it your last by liking and subscribing and doing all that good stuff. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. So let's get right into the video. So I've been looking forward to the election for a while now. I've been so excited to experience the election for a while now. But guess what? The day before the election, I forgot totally about the election. I didn't know about it. And yeah, I just woke up that morning on the election day and I wanted to like eat, and I noticed that I didn't have soup, I didn't have stew. My soup and stew was finished. So I quickly told my husband that okay, I need to go to the market. I need to rush to the market to get things for soup and stew. And then he reminded me about the election and I was like, election? Election how? I even forgot that today was the election. So my husband told me that the market might not be open. I should just prepare something for us to eat, something quick. And the reason why he said so is because back in our country, when it's election time, we usually stock up our house before the election because of it might not be nice, things might happen, fights, people might see violence. Anytime there's election back in my country, there's always violence in some places. So that's why we usually stock up our house. But I couldn't stock up the house because I forgot about the election the day before. So that's why. So that day, stubborn me, I told him that I will go and check what's happening. So I just took my bath and I went downstairs. Funny enough, the first thing I noticed is that people were going about their day. People were all around the street going, which in my country in Nigeria is not like that. Once it's election, people are always inside the house because they are trying to avoid trouble, avoid see a lot happens when it's election time in my country. So we always stay indoors. Someone like me, I'm always indoors. I don't go out. Once it's election, I don't go out. I'm inside. Either I'm sitting down and watching the TV. I'll be seeing what's happening on the TV, but I will not go outside on election day. I later decided to go to the market, which I entered a vehicle. I boarded a vehicle and I went to the market. And what was shocking to me is that the market was open. People were busy selling their things, going about their day in the market. And I was like, what's happening? Because in Nigeria, in my country, if it's election day, people in the market, you would hardly see people selling something. It's just few that will risk it out and come out. It's just few. But you see everywhere locked on election day because violence might happen, riots might happen, people might snatch the ballot box. So many things happen in Nigeria. If you have not noticed, even the last election we did, our vote did not count. The whole voting we did not count. So there's always violence once it's election. I was surprised that the market was open. Market women were selling. In fact, I bought everything I needed in the market that day. I was so shocked. I was like, wow, I'm so happy to be experiencing like the election in Ghana because it was so different to me. Because I've never experienced this kind of thing in my own country on election day. Wow. I could go to the market. That means over here you don't need to stock up your house before the election. You can go to the market that very day on the election day and you get everything you need in the market. Can you imagine, guys? While on my way to the market, the next thing I noticed is that God, in the polling unit while I was passing, I noticed that there was no noise. Everywhere was calm. People were not making noise. People were not lining up. God, in my country, Nigeria, if you are voting, more than 100 people are there waiting to vote just like you. And I was wondering, is it because we are too plenty in our country? Is that why? What is the reason why these people, these Ghanaians, their polling units are not filled with people? People are not struggling. In my country, if you want to vote, You have to dress appropriately for voting. Not only must you dress appropriately for voting, you must just prepare yourself, carry your food, carry whatever you're carrying, and you must know that as you are going there, you might not return back the same way you left there, the same way you left your house, because something can happen to you in that place. Violence can happen. Area boys can just come and scatter the whole thing that you guys were doing. So I was so shocked to see that people were just calm. I just saw them, they would just go and put it in, and I'm like, what's happening here? Jesus Christ. Is this possible? How can this be possible that election can be this calm? God, Nigerians, we have a lot to learn from this. Like, I was so shocked about this as a Nigerian living in Ghana. It was shocking, I must tell you, because I know, see, me, I've never gone to vote, oh, or at least I'll go out and see what is happening and go back into my house. But I've never gone to vote. But my mother, my father, they always used to go and vote. So they used to tell us the experience, and I used to see it for myself. The queue is too much. The struggle is too much. You might not even end up voting that day. You have to go home and come back. Like, it's like, I don't understand, but it was so seamless. Like, it was so easy for them. Why is it so easy for them like that? And in my country is a different thing. Like, I was so shocked. It was so easy for them. I saw them, they would just calmly put their stuff and leave. Very simple. Wow. Wow. I must commend you Ghanaians for that. It was so easy. The next thing I noticed is that there were no much security personnel in their polling units. Can you imagine? It seems like it can only happen in Ghana because in my country, Nigeria, you will see police vans everywhere on the street. Police vehicle are on standby waiting for the violence that will happen. So I was shocked. I just saw two policemen standing close. The police, see, I saw them standing close to the polling units. But they were just busy gisting, discussing. They are not even looking around, like, because they know nothing bad will happen. Can you imagine? I was so shocked. Even my daughter, which I took her because I was just like, let's go and see what's happening. I took her. She was like, Mommy, what's happening here? I said they are voting. She said, voting? Is this how they vote? I said yes. And in my mind, I was just like, if only she knew that it's not like this in back in her own country, she'll be surprised. Like, I was so shocked about it. It was so calm. The policemen were just gisting, standing one place, talking to themselves. It's not like they are on guard. They are not with guns. I didn't see them with guns. Almost in my country, you will see them with guns. They are holding guns on standby. You see them with their vehicle. Sometimes sef, you see them with all those tinted vehicles that look as if you want to go for war. You will see them with it just because of to go and vote. But I was shocked that in Ghana, nothing like that was happening. It was so peaceful and calm. And that was how I went to the market. I came back home. I prepared my food. I was waiting to hear whether I would hear noise or violence or something. Nothing happened. Till night, nothing happened. I didn't hear any problem about they say somebody fight, somebody kill. I remember then in my country, sometimes they'll be doing election and you hear that they killed some coppers. Like, there's one thing, when I was ready to go for my youth service, I was scared about them posting me to, like, because they used to post some of the coppers who do youth service. They used to post them to the polling units to go and serve. Do you understand? So I used to be scared because I remember that over the years, some coppers usually lose their life in that polling units. They will lose their life. They will kill them. Why? Because they went to serve their father's land, they went to serve their country. So I've always been scared about it. That's why, see, till today, ba, I wish I could see. Is it possible for a Nigerian to vote in Ghana? If it's possible, I would love to do it next time because they made the experience so nice. Like the experience, I stood there for a while just looking at them. And you know one thing I noticed? The polling units are not few. They are plenty. So you will not see them lining up for too long. Like I saw like two different polling units close to where I was standing. Do you see? So we Nigerians we can learn from these things. After all this observation, I realized that we Nigerians, we have a lot of work to do. I started to ask myself questions. Why is it like this? Number one, I asked myself, why must we struggle as Nigerians for everything? You will struggle to go to school. You will struggle to get a job. You will struggle to vote. And when you vote for the right person, they will not pick the right person. They will pick the person that will favor them. And at the end of the day, they will all be complaining that Nigeria is hard, Nigeria is hard, Nigeria is hard. Why can't we do the right thing? Why can't we save? See, why can't we do the right thing so that our country can work for us? Why is everything so difficult in my country? I kept asking myself that question because it's not difficult for Ghanaians. They are so calm and laid back because things are not. Why are things difficult in Nigeria? If you're a Nigerian, why do you think things are difficult in our country? Why can't we have a peaceful election in our country? Why must people die when we are doing election in our country? Why must there be violence when we are voting in our country? Why can't we have a peaceful election? Why must there be bloodshed when we are having elections? When is election in Nigeria, we are all scared for our life once it's election. Why is it like that? And I'm not trying to say Ghana is better. I am spitting the real facts. The fact is that when it comes to election, guys, we have a lot to learn from Ghanaians. We have a lot to learn from them. Their election was so peaceful, was so calm. See the way they were doing that, their things calm. Nobody's pushing each other, nobody's lining up to push each other. Like, come on, kudos to you guys. I was so shocked about it. Guys, we need to do better so our country will be great again. I believe that Nigeria will be great again. So we have come to the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I just came here to tell you my experience so far. So please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.